Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel One Step at a Time. My name is Corey McKinney. If you could, before we go any further, hit that subscribe button for me. Thousands of you guys are coming back to my channel every time that I post a video, but you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you would do that, it would help me out a great deal. Look, word around the sports community, all around the world, is that football, or soccer as we call it in America, is going to overtake American football one day as the biggest sport in America and finally conquer this side of the globe as the greatest sport, making it the greatest sport worldwide. Here's the deal, though. I've got a couple feelings about that and why I think that that might not be the case given the history of American football in America, but it's undeniable to look at the impact that football has around the world and to see that it is quite possible that that could happen. Now, I think that leagues like the NFL are way behind on this, and they're trying to catch up and gain world popularity so that maybe they can grow the sport as well. And I found this video, and the title really drew me in a lot. But it deals with just how well American football is being handled around the world and if it's actually gaining any interest. So this video is called Why American Football Lost, and it is by Athletic Interest. Shout out to them for allowing me to use this video. Without further ado, let's get into what they're talking about.
The NFL is the richest sports league in the world.
Did not know
that. They
that.
make more money than the NBA, NHL and the Premier League combined, but they still can't get enough. So they are trying to enter new markets. And with such deep marketing pockets, it is no wonder they are able to sell out a stadium abroad. In November 2022, 70,000 fans celebrated the NFL game in Munich.
Wow.
The clip of the German crowd singing Country Roads went viral because it showcased the successful melting of two very passionate fan cultures.
Yeah.
Even Tom Brady said it was one of his greatest football moments ever, and the guy has won pretty much everything there is to win in his sport. But as successful as all of this sounds, there is another, slightly weird part to the story. One about a bizarre league that involves Donald Trump, an elephant, and how they accidentally helped association football. Welcome to
Listen, all right. You guys have to know that when I see these videos and I decide to react to them, I have no idea what's actually contained in them. I'm having just as much fun as you guys seeing this for the first time. I have no idea where this is going, and I don't know why the title is Why American Football Lost if we're talking about the fact that the NFL was able to sell out 70,000 seats in Munich, Germany. That's a huge deal. And so I don't know where we failed, and I say we because I'm an American football fan, so I have no idea where this is going, but I'm excited. Let's do it.
Athletic Interest and how the NFL failed in Europe. American football has one big problem. There is a 7-month break between the Super Bowl and the beginning of the next season.
Yep.
It's the biggest gap without any matches in all of the US sports. So the NFL and TV broadcasters saw an opportunity to host more games in the spring. In the late 80s, they agreed on expanding to Europe. By bringing their product to a new market, the NFL hoped for a lot of new fans and cash. It was a very lucrative time to enter the market. European football was nowhere near as big as it is today, and a huge market was up for grabs. They were also hoping to create a farm league to develop talents.
Makes sense.
But the project got off to a rough start. It was even difficult to find a name. And the NFL can blame Donald Trump. He had acquired rights to the name International Football League, the preferred choice of the NFL. Trump was not willing to sell, so the NFL went for the World League of American Football. In 1991, the league started to tackle Europe, funded by the NFL franchises, which invested $50,000 each to get the World League running. TV broadcasters paid more than $25 million for the first season, and probably none of them ever saw their money again. Although the World League had a promising start. An average of 25,000 people attended the first games, but the hype didn't last long. The TV ratings were miserable, the league made a huge loss, and after the second season, the NFL decided to close it. But giving up was not an option. After 2 years of brainstorming and rebranding, the World League came back, with a narrower focus on Europe. The NFL then tried some really weird things to gain traction. For example, they decided to let an elephant, an animal neither native in the US nor in Europe, present the league's trophy. Tailgate parties attracted more people than the actual games, and the cheerleaders were bigger stars than the players. rebranding the league again, first as NFL Europe League, later as NFL Europa, didn't do much besides proving the lack of vision by the NFL. The project was burning $30 million a year, almost $500 million in total. So eventually, the NFL pulled the plug. The two reasons...
Gosh, man. $30 million a year, almost $500 million in total. So the premise of it made sense. I had no idea that this was a thing. Mind you, I've been watching football my entire life, and I had no idea that this was a thing. So this is kind of cool to see that the NFL did try in Europe, though it was a terrible attempt. They did try to do something in Europe to make the sport more popular. But man, what the heck is going on? Like the elephant thing, the cheerleaders being more popular than the players. They said that the beginning opening games drew 25,000 on average. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Like that would pack out the new Miami stadium that's being built in the MLS for Messi and his counterparts. And so, I don't know where I'll use a football term here. I don't know where the fumble happened, right? Where did they mess up so bad that they lost that much interest in the sport itself between fans? I don't know. But the premise behind it of wanting to set up like an international sport, make football international with a farm league to develop talent. Well, if the league becomes good enough, now you just have an international league and you're able to play in Europe and you're able to play in America and likely in other areas too. So like the idea and the understanding behind it makes a lot of sense. The problem was the execution, and I don't know what they were doing in the late 90s and early 2000s, but whoever was on that marketing team had zero understanding of how the rest of the world worked. And that's probably true. It was probably some guy that they threw in there who did marketing well in America, and they thought, man, you did so well here, of course you'll do well overseas. And that's just not the truth. That's not the case. The cultures don't line up the same. I've been watching Ted Lasso, and something that they're doing a really good job of is showing just how much even the vernacular between the two cultures of Europe and America are just so different. Same language, two completely different uses of the language, really. And so like you have to have like an understanding of Europe and the market and the way that the fans operate and all that stuff to make that work. And so I can see why they failed so hard. Let's keep going.
Why the league was originally founded backfired in the long run. There are good examples of NFL players who started their careers in Europe before successfully returning to the US and eventually winning the Super Bowl. But overall, it wasn't easy to sell a minor league without the sport's biggest stars. Besides the lack of vision, there was simply a lack of quality. The games were never near the quality of the NFL. And viewers quickly realized that and shifted their focus to watching the real NFL instead of the less exciting European sister league. It's like trying to convince your friend to watch an MLS game instead of El Clasico. But the NFL learned its lesson.
What a comparison.
Instead of trying to sell a cheap copy, they started selling the real thing. The same year that the NFL Europa folded forever, their big sister NFL started to play regular season matches abroad. First in London, then in Toronto, Mexico City, and in 2022 in Munich. While England, Canada, and Mexico are logical fits in terms of language and geography, Germany is no obvious choice at first sight. It's neither a direct neighbor, nor does it share the language. So why Germany? After the Second World War, Germany was divided into four...
All right, I'm going to try to guess why Germany real quick. I think there's a German professional football league there, if I'm not mistaken. They have like some teams or something. I could be wrong on that, but I'm almost positive that's true. I don't know why Germany, though. I never thought about that. I knew that we had been branching out and playing in different countries and whatnot, but I did not ever think about Germany last year. I don't know why we actually chose that, so let's figure it out.
Sectors, including one American. In the following years, more than 200 American military bases were established in Germany. The larger bases especially looked like tiny American cities, with American stores, American schools, and American sports, which attracted curious Germans. People would go over to the bases, looking through the fences, and the American soldiers would bring them in and teach them how to play football. It was a cultural exchange that paid off. Over 40 years ago, the German Football League was formed as the first of its kind in Europe. When NFL Europa folded in 2007, 5 of the 6 competing teams were based in Germany. All this set the groundwork for the biggest American football spectacle so far on German soil, the NFL's Munich game in 2022. The organizers received 3 million ticket requests, enough to fill the Allianz Arena more than 40 times. A recent study revealed American football as the second most watched sport in Germany, only behind reigning king football.
What?
Also thanks to these 3 guys and their TV show. They popularized...
Hold on, I gotta do some research too, because I'm pretty sure like Germany is on a wildly different time zone than we're in America. Like, let's just take, like, I'm in Central Time Zone, so let's just do like Munich, Germany, time zone. Okay, so as I'm recording this video, it is 9:55 p.m. in my time zone and in Central Time Zone here in America, and it is 4:55 a.m. in Germany. So, or in Munich. So, like, the hour difference is insane. So, to know that it's the second largest sport in Germany, the commitment that they have to watch these games live is mind-blowing. Gosh, I did not know that. That is so exciting, though, as somebody who loves football and also loves what y'all call football. This is so cool because I know both sports now are that big in Germany. It makes me want to go to Germany and interact with some fans there because, man, I bet that's cool. Dang, I did not know that. This is like really exciting for me. Let's keep going.
American football in Germany, providing expert analysis on TV and online, but also by never getting tired of explaining the game to new audiences. It is a great example of what the NFL got wrong in the first place. American football can be very confusing. Sebastian Vollmer won the Super Bowl, but was quoted that even after 2 years of playing the game, he didn't know all the rules. So instead of trying to make the game more interesting with elephants and cheerleaders, it's better to focus on explaining the beauty of it to new viewers. Takes more time, but has a higher reward. The NFL certainly understood that point and started promoting flag football as an easy and more approachable version for kids and fans to get in touch with the game. With the Olympics in LA in 2028 and the NFL pushing hard for flag football to become an Olympic sport, this strategy could turn out to be a masterstroke. The second challenge that the NFL faces in its competition with other sports, a lack of international stars. Just think of what Yao Ming did for the popularity of the NBA in China. But the NFL also has a master plan for that problem, the International Player Pathway Program. The main objective of this program is to increase the pool of talented international players and to ultimately increase the global popularity of American football. It was established in 2017
That's a good idea.
and has seen success in placing international athletes in NFL practice squads, with several players earning promotions to active rosters. It looks like the NFL has learned its lesson. There are already more games confirmed to take place in Germany, and there is even talk about moving one franchise permanently to London. Arguably a huge market, but also a city with plenty of very established football clubs already, which brings up a major question. In today's globalized world, it might ultimately come to a battle between American and association football for the hearts and cash of the fans. Both would be well advised to pay attention not only to the money, but also to how to sustainably grow the sports entrusted to them. In the end, the fans will make the vote.
Yeah. What a great video. Man, I hope you guys tuned in with me on this one and watched this one because this was really fun. Wow. I'm blown away by, one, the knowledge of knowing that the sport is that big in Germany, but two, also knowing that the way that it got that big was because not only did the leagues there and the army bases there and stuff help with popularizing the sport, but you have these guys that are on TV and on YouTube and stuff that are breaking down the sport for new viewers. This is the equivalent of like what me and Luke are doing to try and understand the game of football and then explain it to our American counterparts. To be able to do that with a game like American football is beautiful, because I'm telling you guys, if y'all are not members of Luke's channel yet, please go over there and join his membership. We have a Discord that is set up where you get to interact with me and Luke and so many other people who have joined in on there. And in that Discord chat all the time, we're getting questions about American football, how the game works and stuff like that. If a breakdown video of some of the most simple aspects of American football interests you guys at all, please drop a comment below and let me know, because I will happily make that video for you guys. And I'm probably going to anyway as I get more into the game of football and understanding it and how I can compare it to American football and then ways that they differ. And as I draw you guys into loving the sport that I love the most, which is American football. So this was a great video. I'm glad that I got to watch that. And hey, who knows? this. Maybe American football and football will overtake the world market before it's all said and done, and the games will be, or the sports will be so intertwinable that it will be hard to separate fans apart from each other because each fan will love the sport that much. I hope that that is the future for the world because I love both of these sports so much, and to see everybody else love it would be great. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel One Step at a Time. My name is Corey McKinney. If you would hit that subscribe button for me, it would do me a lot of good. That would do me a lot of good. Gosh. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Corey. If you would do that for me, oh gosh. All right, Corey. Come on, bro, get your act together. Start from the beginning and just talk for a second, man. You're putting too much emphasis on this. You're making it weird.